What's up, everyone? This is D.A. Bourne, Christian fiction author, and you are watching The Blessed Opinion. And if you feel in your heart to subscribe after watching this video, please like, share, and subscribe. I'll greatly appreciate it. Now I want to talk about former MVP Cam Newton. He's sorry for the role in the Atlanta fight that took place a few days ago. Footage showed the quarterback in altercation at a 7-on-7 tournament. Now, a 22-second video surfaced on Sunday showing the 34-year-old Cam Newton involved in an altercation with at least 3 other men outside of a school at the tournament. Newton did not throw any punches and appeared to fend off some attackers. I'm getting this from the Guardian website. Alright? Cam Newton says he's disappointed in himself for losing control over his emotions. And he said, I'm disappointed in myself for letting it escalate to what it did and what I'm apologetic to. He said Friday on his 4-1 podcast. I'm going to show a clip of that in just a second. The truth of the matter is, me being in that position, I should have never put myself in that position. This, just the truth. This could have gotten ugly for real. And, it's crazy because here were a few men, and they were attacking Cam Newton. I don't know what words were said, but the video shows that he's just trying to defend himself. And if Cam really wanted to, he could have thrown some punches, but that would have gotten him in a lot of trouble. But you know what? I want to have comedian Gary Owen break it down on his podcast to show the dynamics of what really happened and how worse it could happen, and how race actually gets involved in this situation. So check out this clip right now.
When I saw Cam Newton for the first time, that dude is bigger than what he looks on TV, and solid. I mean, just a rock. When you go in for the hug, it's just muscle on top of muscle, and like a thick solid. Why would anybody want to test him? Especially over 7-on-7 football. Who cares? That's the only way you're making Sports Center is getting a fight with Cam. No, it's not that serious. And I think the lack of respect Cam gets at some of these tournaments. I saw a compilation. It was like 4 minutes of players, which means teenagers, just completely disrespecting him, saying, did you call Von Miller on Father's Day? Just complete disrespect. And then I saw one of the coaches, I think it was the coach he got in the fight with, saying, your so-called savior, non-throwing Atlanta superhero can't beat me. And I'm just going, you get around an NFL player who I guess people forget he won the Heisman. I guess people forget he won a national title. Did you forget he was the NFL League MVP? Without question, the year he won it, he clearly was the best player on the field. You go to a Super Bowl is not easy. So just because he lost doesn't mean that it wasn't an accomplishment for the Carolina Panthers. I'm just like, I'm so taken back at the disrespect. And I saw the pivot with Ryan Clark, Channing Crowder, and Fred Taylor, and they was talking about you don't see that at the Peyton Manning camp. And basically they were saying you don't see it at the white camps. You don't see it much at the black camps either. It's just, I don't know what it is with the people that feel they can test Cam. And it's one thing to talk smack. It's a whole nother thing when it gets physical. And you're just, especially from adults. And Cam was, I don't think Cam threw a punch. He was just grabbing people, holding them. It literally is like, listen, we all like to think David and Goliath, that David wins every time. Just so you know, Goliath wins 99 out of 100 times when it's David versus Goliath. And Cam's Goliath. So good luck testing him, but he's going to win 99 out of 100. So we all it's funny when you hear about that. David versus Goliath. We always think David wins every time. No. David beat Goliath once, got lucky with the rock, is what that was. But 99 times out of 100, Goliath wins. So good luck testing Cam. That's a big boy.
Now, I'm not going to go that far and say that David was lucky. Obviously, when you're believing, you read that story, it was David having the favor of God to beat Goliath. But I understand what Gary Owen was saying. Cam is huge. He's like a Goliath person. You can't just go to Cam and expect to take him down. You know what I mean? He defended himself, and he could have done a lot more to those men. But anyway, I want to show you a clip of why Cam apologized and the direction he was going. And this is from his 4th and 1 podcast. So check this out.
starts with words and it should have ended with words.
Okay.
That's it. And I think I'm disappointed in myself by letting it escalate to what it did. And that's why I'm apologetic to it. I've seen clips on clips on clips. I've seen, you know, the content that they put out or whatever. The truth of the matter is this. Me being in my position, I should have never put myself in that position. That's just the truth. Because even then, it's like, that shit could have got ugly. Like, for real. It could have. And that's why I'm trying to bring the seriousness to this situation. Like, we can laugh about it, we can play, and I will always try to bring humor into something that's lighthearted, but this is a serious situation that I even seen a clip that said, like, yo, like, people are laughing, but they weren't laughing about, I'm saying, or call it what you want. It's like, what if serious injury would have happened on either side? Something happened to me, something happened to them. Now, my 8 children are fatherless now. Because now I'm being sued. Now I got something. It's just bigger than what they say, don't make a rational judgment in the heat of the moment.
So I give Cam major props for apologizing on his behalf. To be honest, he didn't have to. He honestly didn't have to. They came at him. But like he was saying, you know, some words, he said some words, they said some words, and it got too far. And it could have gotten real ugly to the point where if he did throw some blows, he could be seeing some lawsuits. You know, like he said, he has kids, children, and it would have gotten ugly and his career could have gone down the drain. But you know, it's a shame that it had to go this route. Because like even what Gary Owen was saying before, if this was at a Peyton Manning camp or something, that the kids would show a little bit more respect. And I agree. Look, when I was a kid, I was at I think it was a Bible camp or something. I don't know. It was one of those youth events. And you know, I live in Canada, right? So we had a CFL player come, someone from the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Now, CFL players aren't even close to the talent that we have in the National Football League. And this guy, he was one of the players on the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. And I'm saying this guy wasn't a celebrity or nothing, but when he came in, the excitement that all of us had, that he was able to be with us and share time with us and shake our hands and sign autographs and share about his time playing in the CFL. We looked at that and we just honored the guy. You know what I mean? We were so happy to have an athlete among us, a professional athlete, and you know, we were taking pictures and doing all that stuff, and you know, we were just thankful. You know what I mean? And nowadays, it doesn't seem to be that way. You know, this isn't the first time that Cam's gotten disrespected. You know, he had an incident a couple years ago, and some youth were questioning how good of a talent he was. Like, you know, like, oh, why'd you get cut and all that stuff, and totally disrespecting, forgetting the fact that this guy won awards. He went to the Super Bowl. He got an MVP. He's been to the Pro Bowl. It's respect. And you know, Cam says, yeah, you know, he said people are laughing, but at the same time, they're not laughing because they're disappointed. And I was disgusted. I was disgusted at the disrespect that Cam Newton got. Was I shocked? No, I'm not. Because the Bible does reveal that this stuff would happen. Let's check out 2 Timothy 3, verse 1 to 5. It says, don't be naive. There are difficult times ahead. As the end approaches, people are going to be self-absorbed, money-hungry, self-promoting, stuck-up, profane, contemptuous of parents, crude, coarse, dog-eat-dog, unbending, slanderous, impulsively wild, savage, cynical, treacherous, ruthless, bloated windbags, addicted to lust, and allergic to God. They'll make a show religion, but behind the scenes, they're animals. Stay clear of these people. Now, after reading that, which was written thousands of years ago, this should not be a surprise. We are living in a generation where people just don't respect one another. It's like a "what have you done for me lately" type thing. It is a generation where some people, they just feel entitled. You have kids disrespecting grown-ups. You got grown-ups disrespecting grown-ups. And you hear grown-ups disrespecting people, and then their kids see that their parents are disrespecting this person, so they go to an event and they disrespect that person. Let me tell you something, man. I got a son, I got kids, man, and we emphasize to them, you show respect when you see other grown-ups. It doesn't matter whether they smell bad, it doesn't matter if they curse, it doesn't matter if they're rude. You show your respect because they're grown-ups. And it's not to say that you tolerate anything that comes your way, but you show respect. Nowadays, we just got people that are just disrespectful, and you gotta be warned about it. And the Bible says, stay away from these people. You don't want that kind of atmosphere around you. And when you have that atmosphere around you, you need to do something about it. Just stay clear of them. You know what I mean? Because we are in a situation, we're in a time in a day where things are just getting worse. And as situation gets worse in our world, so do the people. So why do you gotta keep yourself living right. You gotta keep yourself looking for righteousness and not feel like you're entitled to do whatever you want, to say whatever you want. Yes, social media is around and we can say what we want and say what we feel, and but realize that what you say will come back to bite you in the you know what. So we got to stay clear of people who do not try to live righteous, who do not try to be respectful, to be caring. You know what I mean? It's not to say you hate these people, but at the same time, you don't hang out with them and be associated with them, because their bad name is gonna ruin your character. And that's all I gotta say about that. It's just, you don't want to see incidents like this go on, but unfortunately, in the time that we are living in, this may happen more often than we want to. Anyway, I want to hear your takes on that. Did Cam Newton need to apologize? How did you feel after seeing that incident? And what can we do moving forward as a society, as not just a culture, but as people of God? What can we do moving forward that we can improve ourselves, improve our integrity? You know what I mean? This is the Blessed Opinion. Thank you for watching. And if you didn't know, I'm a Christian fiction author, and I got some books that I would like you to check out. Check the link below. I have a series called Love, Faith, and Hip Hop. Book 1 and 2. Book 2 just got released. I want you to go check it out on Amazon. This is entertaining fiction that will get your popcorn ready. It will bless you. Check it out. Like, share, and subscribe. This is Bourne. I am out. Peace.